The Nightmare Mother is a boss made up of several patterns that link together, making for a somewhat chaotic fight. To make things easier, each attack will be covered alongside its variants. At the start of the fight and after every attack phase, the boss will move around the edges of the room, either clockwise or counterclockwise. This can be avoided by using a dash jump while X's center is in line with the outer edge of the second yellow line. With a jump apart, the timing is surprisingly lenient, though it is possible to clear the Nightmare Mother without it. While the boss is in its movement phase, it is recommended to have your preferred weapon to air stall equipped. For example, the ground dash's uncharged version can be used to prevent X from falling for a moment, though it is not the only weapon with this property. The boss will move to an attack phase after the third time it passes X, so be ready to stall in the direct middle of the room to see if it doubles back. The most important attack to know how to avoid is also the simplest. The small blue energy balls that are aimed at your current location and then create a small shockwave that will travel along the floor or wall in the direction of X as of the moment it makes contact with the surface. When you see the cubes lining up at the top of the screen, stand in the middle of the room until they show what attack they are using. With the double energy balls, wait for the first pair of shots to almost hit X before jumping over, which should also clear the shockwaves. Then, as you land, make adjustments and jump over the second set of shockwaves that should have been baited away from X, and air stall to keep out of the way of the third. If done right, a charged metal anchor can be used as an air stall to inflict damage on the boss. When the cubes line up on one side of the room, move towards the wall that the boss is not on, but don't start climbing it yet. Wait to bait out the first set of shots before going up the wall. If done right, you can bait the second shot in the way that lets you slip between the second and third by dropping down, using an air stall to stay off the ground or wall. When the cubes line up on the ground, stand in the middle between them and avoid the shot in the same way as the ceiling version, only with easier timing. Again, this is an opportunity to unleash the charged metal anchor, and the one where the boss is likely to take the most damage. When grounded, a cube may choose to spew out flame balls in place of the energy orbs. If you see the flame balls come out, then move towards the cube using the attack and wait for the other orb's energy ball to almost hit you, before jumping over with a short jump. If done right, it should allow the other two energy shots to be avoided in a similar manner, though the flame balls can be unpredictable at times. The version where the cube is grounded and one is in the air is avoided in the same manner, just with different timing. When the cubes are lined up against a wall and one is looking at the ground, then wait for the flame ball to almost hit the ground before making your way up the wall in the same way as with the double energy version. Just, when using the air stall, make sure to land on the wall to avoid the flames below. If the cubes are on the ceiling when this attack comes out, then dash to the side where the flames are coming from and jump as high on the wall as you are able to, baiting the first shot before sliding low to bait the second, then jump around the first shockwave. If done right, you can use an air stall to avoid the second and third orbs altogether. When it comes to the lightning orb attack, there is no way to be sure you will not be hit. Though to minimize the chance, stand with the heel of X's back foot touching the outer edge of the yellow marking by the wall. Then, just focus on timing the jump to avoid the energy orbs and the shockwaves. The lightning can strike at this spot, though only half the orbs will go towards the back, reducing the odds of being a hit. This tactic works for both versions of the attack. When both eyes are shooting out lightning orbs, then just stay touching the wall, as the lightning cannot hit at that spot. As mentioned before, the charged metal anchor can and will rip through the boss if you time it right. Any time you can reasonably air stall is an opportunity to shred the boss with the metal anchor. The eyes each keep track of health separately, and one can be destroyed to remove half of each attack phase if needed. In regards to armors, the Falcon armor's Giga attack can be used to avoid an attack you are having trouble with. The Blade armor's dash can be held to give an inbuilt air stall that can allow you to correct mistakes. The Shadow armor can have a tough time with the boss, though with the W recover and deconverter parts, you can shred the boss through use of its powerful Giga attack. The Ultimate armor can use its Giga attack to move through the boss as needed. Zero has to find opportunities to sneak in damage where he can, using his double jump and air spins, as well as using the reach of his third basic swing. Using the mark option for range damage can be useful when the opportunity to do so arises.